never start learning Tagalog without knowing this one secret. What's that? Well, stick around and find out. Picture this. You are at a Filipino gathering. Your tita or your auntie looks at you and asks, "Kumain ka na ba?" You panic. You just say, "Kain." Everyone freezes. Your tita's eyebrow rises. Boom! Instant judgment. Why? Because you missed the verb mood. That tiny detail that can be the difference between sounding smart or sounding like you just ordered food from Google Translate. Kumusta po kayo? Welcome back. In this video, we're diving into the hidden engines of Tagalog verbs called moods. If you ever wondered why the same word in Tagalog can mean a fact, a command, a question, or even a wish, you're about to see how it works. By the end of this video, you'll know how to bend Tagalog sentences in ways that will make you sound natural, confident, and even poetic. So, tara, simulan na natin. But before we do that, please be sure that you are subscribed by clicking on the subscribe button and the bell notification button so you'd be updated of new videos. So, what are verb moods? Well, think of them like this. They are the attitude of your sentence. Same root word, different attitude. Like the difference between "you look nice today" and "you look nice." English has it too, but Tagalog takes it to a whole new level. There are 4 moods you need to know. There's Paturol, or the indicative mood, Pautos, imperative, Pausisa, the interrogative, and Pausal, or Pasidhi, the optative and the subjunctive. Each one flips your sentence into a new dimension. Let's dig in. The first one is Paturol, the indicative mood, or the plain truth mood. When you're stating a fact, describing what's happening, or talking about reality, you're in Paturol. Imagine you're in Manila. The rain starts pouring. Well, because of course, it's Manila. You say, umuulan. It's raining. Straightforward, no drama. And this one too. You walk into a Jollibee store and your Filipino cousin is slurping spaghetti like it's his last meal. Kumakain siya. He is eating. Simple, factual. Fun fact, Paturol can also declare existence. May pera siya. He has money. Wala akong oras. I don't have time. If you're Filipino, you probably said this to your boss 1,000 times. And Paturol loves little enclitic particles, which is a long chapter in this channel. Enclitic particles like na and pa in sentences like, "Tapos na ako." I'm already done. Or, kumakain pa siya. He or she is still eating. Again, simple, factual, no drama. But life isn't all about facts. Sometimes you need to show you're the boss. Enter Pautos, the imperative mood. Imagine you're starving and your friend is just sitting there strolling TikTok. If you say, "Kumakain ka," that's just describing. But if you say, "Kumain ka," that's a command. Suddenly, you're a stern dining manager. Pautos plays with affixes and polite markers. Kunin mo ang bag. Get the bag. Very direct. Add paki and it softens. Pakikuha mo ang folder. Please get the folder. Add maki and it's inviting. Makisali ka sa laro. Join the game. Sweet. Here's a funny story I heard from a friend who heard this from a friend. A foreigner once wanted water at a Filipino restaurant. He just said, "Tubig, water." Everyone was confused. No one moved. Why? Wrong mood. If he had said, "Pakiabot ang tubig," please hand me the water. He'd be hydrated by then. So, mood matters. And let's not forget the Filipino parents' favorite negative commands like huwag. If you grew up Pinoy, you've heard this a million times. Huwag kang tatamad-tamad. Don't be too lazy. Or the classic, huwag mong kainin yan. Don't eat that. Usually followed by, para yan sa bisita. That's for the guest. Next up is Pausisa, the interrogative mood, the questioning mood. If Paturol is facts and Pautos is commands, Pausisa is all about curiosity. Well, Filipinos are world-class question askers. Attend any family reunion and you know what I mean. May boyfriend ka na ba? Kailan ka ikakasal? Magkano sweldo mo? The question never stops. The secret ingredient here is the enclitic particle ba. Add this to a sentence, boom! It's a yes or no question. Kumain ba siya? Did he or she eat? Tapos na ba ang meeting? Is the meeting over? Ba is small but deadly powerful. And then we have the WH questions. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Sino, ano, saan, kailan, bakit, and paano. They're flexible too. Like, saan ka pupunta? Where are you going? Or flip it, pupunta ka saan? Both work. Here's a mini anecdote. A kid once asked his mom, bakit ang tagal mo? Why is it taking so long? Mom just said, kasi traffic. That's the ultimate answer. Traffic explains everything. And of course, questions can be polite or casual. Compare, ano iyon? What's that? With, ano po iyon? What is that, sir, ma'am? One sounds nosy, the other sounds respectful. Sprinkle it with the enclitic particle naman or kaya, and suddenly it's softer. Kailan kaya siya darating? I wonder when he or she will arrive. Finally, let's get emotional. Pausal or pasidhi, or the optative or subjunctive mood. This is the mood of hope, dreams, and sana all. This is where Tagalog becomes almost poetry. The markers here are sana, nawa, man, and kung sakali. Students, before an exam, sana makapasa ako. I hope I pass. Lovers on Valentine's Day, makita man lang kita muli. If only I could see you again. Grandparents, naway maging ligtas ka palagi. May you always be safe. And everyday life is full of sana. Filipinos say it all the time. Sana hindi umulan bukas. I hope it doesn't rain tomorrow. Sana may ulam pa sa ref. I hope there's still food in the fridge. Oh, that last one hit hard. Okay, now let's tie everything together. Take one root word like kain. In Paturol, kumakain siya. He or she is eating. In Pautos, kumain ka. Eat. In Pausisa, kumain ba siya? Did he or she eat? In Pausal, sana kumain siya. I hope he or she ate. Same root word, four totally different vibes. Here's another one. The root word, punta, go. In Paturol, pumunta siya sa opisina. He or she went to the office. In Pautos, pumunta ka rito. Come here. In Pausisa, pumunta ba siya sa sayawan? Did he or she go to the dance party? In Pausal, sana pumunta siya bukas. I hope he or she goes tomorrow. See the pattern? Once you get it, Tagalog becomes less of a headache and more of a game. But here's the challenge. Most learners stop at vocabulary. They memorize root words like kain or punta, but forget moods. So when they talk, they sound flat, robotic, and even rude. Like when someone says, too big. You got to ask, dude, are you commanding me or are you just saying water? With moods though, you sound natural. You can adjust your tone. Factual, bossy, curious, or dreamy. You don't just know words, you connect. And trust me, Filipinos love it when foreigners get the mood right. You instantly sound more fluent. Think of moods like cooking adobo. The chicken, the root word is important, sure, but without, say, soy sauce, vinegar, garlic, and pepper, the moods is just plain boiled chicken. Nobody wants that. So here's the bottom line. Once you master moods, Tagalog stops being random affixes and starts being Lego. You've got the root words, moods are the pieces you snap on, and suddenly you can build anything. Facts, commands, question, and even dreams. To wrap it up, Tagalog verb moods are the four engines that drive meaning. Paturol for facts, Pautos for commands, Pausisa for question, Pausal for wishes. Miss them and your sentences fall flat. Master them and you unlock the full flavor of Tagalog. I hope you learned something new today, and if you did, please support this channel by hitting the like button. That will mean a lot. Alright? In my next video, I will begin a series of deep diving into Tagalog affixes like mag, mang, paki, etc. and discover the secret sauce of Tagalog grammar. I hope you catch that. I will be seeing you then. Maraming salamat po at hanggang sa susunod.